In the year 2011, a young man have received the opportunity to face the champion, Mauricio Shogun Rua. Not only did he start the fight with a flying knee,
in theaters and IMAX Friday,
he have picked the champion apart and have claimed the belt for himself.
to the body, and it is.
That man's name was Jon Jones. He is the youngest UFC champion. During his reign as the champion, he managed to submit Quinton Rampage Jackson.
Jon Jones has.
He submit Lyoto Machida.
It is all over.
He defeated Rashad Evans. He submitted TRT Vitor Belfort.
Now he's going for a Kimura. It is all over.
And defeated Glover Teixeira. Those fighters were all former champions. He defeated Alexander Gustafsson, but the fight was so close. Many speculated that Alexander won, but during the rematch, Jon Jones have finished him in round 3.
Scramble out of here. Oh, big shot by Jon Jones.
After his hard fight against Dominic Reyes, Jon Jones have relinquished his belt to move up in the heavyweight division, and I've recently mentioned it that he only have 3 fights left. In the year 2016, Stipe Miocic defeated Fabricio Werdum and became the champion.
Fabricio aggressively attacking. That's it!
During his reign, he managed to finish Alistair Overeem.
Big shot! It's over!
He TKO Junior Dos Santos. And defeated Francis Ngannou. Sadly, Francis Ngannou managed to get his revenge and claim the belt for himself. Like I mentioned, Francis Ngannou have avenged his loss.
And leave these big openings. Knockdown for Ngannou. Stipe back to his feet. He's another uppercut. Nice counter right from the
He even managed to defend his belt against his former teammate, Ciryl Gane.
Yeah.
That's what Francis said.
The UFC was trying to make a deal with Francis Ngannou. Francis wanted to renew his contract. He wanted health assurance and wanted to do boxing. The notorious Conor McGregor is a superstar. He managed to box Floyd Mayweather and have made a lot of money. Francis Ngannou is also a superstar, and I believe it's fair to say that if Conor is allowed to box, Francis may do it as well. Francis Ngannou and the UFC didn't manage to find a deal. In the end, Francis Ngannou have been released. The boss Dana White have mentioned it that Francis Ngannou will never fight in the UFC again.
You said Stipe is next. Is there any chance Francis could be still on the mix?
No.
You're still talking to him?
No. We negotiated with him for years.
So it's over?
It's over. That's over. Yeah.
That means Francis will never come back to the UFC.
No. He'll never be in the UFC.
Francis left. There's no more.
In the past, we have seen fighters who were banned or released from the company. Paul Delay was released from the company because of an accident.
Daly punches Koscheck at the end of the fight, and look at.
He never fought in the UFC again, but the late Anthony Johnson was released from the company. He came back in the UFC as a legend.
Wolf put pressure on him right away. Interesting. Just right.
We will see what Kevin Lee will do because he was released from the company, but now he's back. In the end, with or without the UFC, Francis Ngannou is a winner. His current situation is nothing compared to his past. He will do well. Dana White is a smart businessman. He has big ideas, but I certainly knows that he will never expose all his plans. It is a smart move. Jon Jones have faced Ciryl Gane. Jon Jones won, but the big problem is not that he managed to defeat Ciryl Gane. The problem is the way he managed to defeat Ciryl Gane. With all the respect I have for Ciryl Gane, but Jon Jones won easily.
Carry his weight. Yes, that's important. Jones is just making him carry him. And he's putting pressure.
He is the first man who have finished Ciryl Gane in less than 2 minutes. I know that Francis Ngannou was injured during the fight against Ciryl Gane, but Francis did 5 rounds and didn't even manage to finish him. Jon Jones didn't even do 1 round. This is madness. Jon Jones will face the greatest heavyweight in the UFC history, Stipe Miocic. Jon Jones is an American MMA fighter with a record of 27 wins and 1 non-contest. Jon Jones is a complete fighter and does well in every situation. Closing the distance against Jon Jones is very difficult because he is a master at fighting at distance.
Fought Rumble twice and Gustafsson since their fight. 5 hard rounds with Gustafsson, and we saw how fantastic Gustafsson looked.
When his opponent tries to close the distance, he stretches forward and moves away. It's very difficult to touch him like that.
Head kick by Belfort. Throws with the hands. I'm curious to see.
When his opponent managed to enter his personal zone, he engaged a clinch fight to control his opponent. He neutralized the striking.
Agreed. DC is seeing everything as well.
He caught it.
Big punches landed by DC. And he's hanging on the head.
He pushed his opponent away.
Extending knees.
He threw takedowns. Or attack during the clinch. Not only is Jon Jones a very good wrestler,
Athletic, young suplex.
he is very good on the ground and is able to keep his opponent on the floor, and his ground and pound is vicious. Jon Jones is a complete striker, and his signature moves are the oblique kick and brutal elbows.
Played by Jones, especially the Greco-Roman skills like
Stipe Miocic is a Croatian who was born in America. He has an MMA record of 20 wins and 4 losses. Stipe is not a bad wrestler,
The champion. Right over the top of the jab of Ngannou. Beautiful time takedown.
but he's more of a striker than wrestler. Stipe Miocic have a good timing and precision with excellent and powerful combinations.
Big right. Miocic. Cormier goes
Good combination there by Stipe. Beautiful jab.
Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic have one thing in common. They both defeated Daniel Cormier by decision, and they both managed to finish him.
Cormier in trouble. Oh, he's hurt. He's trouble. He is dead. Here comes Johnny Bones with the ground and pound. Cormier.
That could be it.
Trying to survive.
Alexander Gustafsson have entered the heavyweight division but lost against Fabrice Werdum. He decided to move back to the light heavyweight division. Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic. Jon Jones have made a big statement and have shown us that he's here to stay. It was his first heavyweight fight and it was perfect. I believe that in his next fight he will be even better. I don't say that he will finish his opponent in the first round, but what I try to explain is that he will be even more comfortable in the heavyweight division. Stipe Miocic is the greatest heavyweight for a reason. He's more dangerous and complete than Ciryl Gane. It is and always was his right to fight for the belt. The only advantage he have against Jon Jones is that he have been in the heavyweight division longer than him. but skill-wise, Jon Jones have more tools. Both fighters have a very strong mind. Jon Jones had many problems outside the UFC and have been stripped from his belt. He always came back more dominant and always won his belt back. Stipe Miocic is a firefighter. He literally walks to fire to save lives. Taking actions like that, you must have a strong mind and will. This is literally one of the biggest fights in the heavyweight division. May the best fighter win. Leave a comment below in the comment section. Like, share, visit and follow my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time.